Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today on the table we have a Primary Weapon Systems Mark 116 Pro. Let's get this one going. If you're going to carry a gun, you need a great holster. I personally use betterholsters.com for my concealed carry, for my out the waistband carry, and I use their gun belt also. They have over 450 models in stock, 50 different colors, 100% made in the US of A, 30-day money-back guarantee, and a lifetime warranty. What more could you ask for? Check out betterholsters.com. Folks, as I said, this is a Primary Weapon System Mark 116 Pro. It is a long stroke gas piston system. It's very cool. A lot of cool upgrades on this, so let's go ahead and get it started. All right, we're going to start at the back here. We're going to go butt to tip, and we have a BCM stock on here. Now the furniture is actually all BCM. Huge fan of BCM, quality products, so happy with the furniture. So we have a, as I say, a BCM stock right here. Nice rubber butt pad. QD sling mount on either side, and the OG sling attachments right there. The lever to move it is right here, and I really like how it's minimalistic. It's kind of, there's nothing that sticks down and protrudes that could catch in anything, if that makes sense. It's all kind of like one piece, snag resistant, so very cool. Locks in place. Very little wobble on there, because I don't really like a wobbly stock, so I do like that it's pretty tight on there. You do have an enhanced buffer tube right here. And then moving down, you have a really interesting setup for where the castle nut is, and then a QD sling attachment right there. This is not your OG kind of castle nut. I'll roll a nice close-up image for you guys. Okay, moving along to the top, right out of the box, comes with a Radian charging handle. Love Radian charging handles. They're very, very good. So very nice upgrade right out of the box for you guys. Okay, now the upper receiver looks very similar to an AR-15, typical AR-15, but it's got some slight differences. There's no forward assist on here. Now personally, I mean, this is like a debate that goes on online, and I don't think it will ever be agreed upon which you prefer, right? I actually prefer forward assist. Some people don't like them. Potato, it really doesn't matter. You know, whatever you fancy, but does not have a forward assist. The brass deflector also is a lot smaller than your standard AR-15, so you have that there. And then you have the standard dust cover and a standard mag release right there. The lower is made of 7075 T6 aluminum. On the other side here, you have obviously your bolt catch and release, and then you have your safety right here. Safety is not ambi. On any AR-15, I think I think ambi safety should, ambi safety should be on there, and especially when you start getting to the kind of price point what this is at, I think that would have been a really good upgrade to see on here. But it doesn't have one, but it's really easy to fix it if you want to add one though, so don't worry about it. Okay, moving down, we have a BCM grip right here. I like the grip angle. It's got some nice texturing all the way around, and a little storage compartment on the bottom. Also, you have an enhanced trigger guard right here. Again, it's branded BCM. Happy. If you watch the channel, you know that is what I prefer, those enhanced trigger guards. Okay, now, I'm going to take the mag out. It does come with a 30-round Lancer mag if your state allows it. I'm going to take this off camera. I don't know if YouTube, I think, is finally kind of mellowed out in some of the stuff that was happening before, but since I don't know, I'm just going to take it out off camera, and by magic of editing, it is gone. All right, so slightly flared mag weld there as well. Okay, so let's check out the trigger. Now, it's not a mil-spec trigger. Actually, if I had to, I mean, I can't remember if it said what the trigger was somewhere else. It really reminds me of a BCM PNT trigger is the closest I would say. So it's got like a millimeter of take-up, so single stage, nice clean break, and then you got your reset, a little bit of let out, and you heard that thunk there. That break is actually pretty dang nice. All right, one of the other things I really like to do is to see if there's any wiggle between the upper and lower receiver, so let's check that out. This does not affect the gun and function in any kind of way. It's just something I like to do. There's a little bit of play in there, but not much. Okay, okay, moving up to the rail, you have a 1913 pick rail all the way along here, and right here where it attaches to the upper receiver, it's kind of got like a jigsaw piece. If you've seen like the Geisley Super Duty, it reminds me of that. I really like that, how that locks up. This is locked up tight, and once it goes in there, it stops it, so it can't rotate up here. So instead of having anti-rotation tabs down either side, that's where it goes in there. Works really, really well. I think it looks clean and very nice indeed. Now coming to the handguard, handguard is a 15-inch handguard. It's a really good size. I can get a really nice C-clamp on there, and I have medium-sized hands, but I can get a really good grip on there, and I do like it. It's not particularly wide. It's pretty flush to the upper receiver. Moving along, you have some kind of aggressive cutouts here. Then you've got your M-LOK slots at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock positions. And in between there, you have these cutouts for lightening the rail up a little bit and for heat dispersion as well. So I do like, it's kind of a basic handguard, but I do like it a lot. The one thing that I would say is, I wouldn't say it's a negative, but just something to be aware of. There's no QD sling mount on this handguard up front. Obviously, it's very easy to take care of. You can buy a little piece and with M-LOK attachments, put it in and tighten it, and you've got a little QD sling wherever you want it, sling mount wherever you want it. So very easy to take care of. Now you'll notice we have a little notch right here. That is so we can access the adjustable gas block. 3 settings: off, normal, and suppressed. And you can use probably, I would say, an AR round to change that, or maybe I don't know, maybe an Allen wrench or something like that. Very easy to change, but it has those 3 settings. Now, underneath this handguard, as I said, it's a long stroke piston system, and so that is under here with this adjustable gas block. Essentially, what I'll do is I'll take this down and explain how this works now, and the actual movement of it. Now, for people who don't know, there's the direct impingement, and then there's the piston driven. Now, piston driven is typically people who want to suppress their rifles because they want to keep the gas from blowing back in their face and choking up and all that stuff. If you've ever shot suppressed a lot with a DI, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is why people like these piston drivens. Personally, if you never plan to ever suppress your rifle, I would go direct impingement. However, if you do plan on suppressing, definitely look at piston driven guns. So essentially what will happen is the round will fire, the gases go along the barrel, they come up to the adjustable gas block. Now, if it was a typical gas block with a DI, the gases would go up, go through the gas tube, come back down into the bolt carrier group, into the gas key, and those gases would push the bolt back into here, push it back to get the next round, and that's how it cycles, if that makes sense. Now, with the piston-driven system, what happens is the gases go up the barrel, up to the adjustable gas block, hit the piston rod, which I'll take out and show you in a second. The piston is attached to the bolt carrier grip, and together that will move back and forward. Now that allows the gases to be dispersed up here instead of the gases coming back down here. So that's why it makes sense if you want to shoot, if you're going to be shooting suppressed a lot, you definitely want to be looking at a piston system. Okay. Now, underneath that system, we have a 16-inch barrel. It is a 1-in-8 twist, and it's 223 wild, so you can shoot 223 or 5.56 out of this barrel. And I believe it's 4150 CMV. If it's not, I'll put a note in the below for you guys. All right, and then it is a A2 birdcage on the front there. So overall impressions of the quality on the outside so far of this gun is top notch. Fit and finish is excellent. Really nice rail. Decent, really, really good furniture. Just the overall fit and finish is just really, really good. So anyway, now to take it down, same as every other AR-15 out there, just pop that pin out down the back, and we will take this down. So this is where it gets a little different from the standard DI gun. Is you'll pull the charging handle out, the bolt carrier group out, and the piston. Okay, so this is what it is. So this is your piston, this is your bolt carrier group obviously, and here's your charging handle. Charging handle is attached, it has a hole in the front here, and it sits on top of that piston. Now, like I was saying, the gases go along the barrel, they come up to the adjustable gas block, they push on their piston right here. Now the charger handle will not move, but the bolt carrier group and that piston goes back and slides forward, and that is how that works right there. Typically what you would see on a direct impingement gun is your gas key would be about here. This piston obviously wouldn't be here. When this goes in and locks up, your gas tube would go here, the gases come out, and then it pushes it. So that is the difference right there. But that is the the internal workings of this gun. Okay, and also worth noting, they do have a branded PWS H2 buffer right there also. And that is it. All right, put it back together. All right, we're back together. All right, let's talk about shooting. Shooting gun was great. I shot about 300 rounds through it, my typical amount at the moment for reviewing ARs. No problem whatsoever, not that I was expecting any. One thing to note is piston-driven guns they're just not as smooth as DI guns. I mean, it's not like terribly different, but if you're used to shooting some pretty nice AR-15s that are direct impingement and you switch to a piston, you'll definitely feel a slight difference in how the gun shoots. In saying that though, it's an excellent firearm, really high quality. As I say, there's a lot of stuff to really love about this gun. I really don't have any complaints at the moment about it whatsoever. These are made in Idaho. And now the price point, let's talk about the price point, right? So you get a lot of really nice upgraded furniture, you know, really good quality gun. So it's obviously going to cost you a little bit more. Now, I think the average you're going to see these is probably around the $1,400 mark. I have seen these going for sale for less occasionally, just like any other gun, but you're looking standard around about that $1,400 mark. Is it worth it? Completely up to you, but I do think this is a very, very solid rifle, and especially at that price point, I think it's where it should be. So overall, my thoughts are very good. I do think it's a quality rifle, and I don't think you'd be disappointed if you're looking for a piston-driven gun. It seems very, very good choice. All right, folks, that is it for me. Any questions, any comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out however I can. And that's it. Until next time, I'll catch you later.